My name is Zuli Bonilla. I'm the Director of Operations at Gallery Systems. I've been working in operations now for almost 14 years. For most of my career, I actually worked at tech startups. I've been doing operations for a very long time, but usually as a first or very early employee. So I'm used to coming into situations where there's nothing built or nothing really structured. There's no framework for how internal operations are set up. Um, and just building things from scratch, or at least building a strategy for how your internal operations can be the most productive, the most efficient, the most optimized. Gallery Systems is a little bit different because they are 80 people. They've been around for a really long time. Um, but they are similar in that they have found themselves unable to continue growing and scaling with the systems that they currently have. So they've been looking for ways to just gain an operational structure that's scalable. I think this is actually common in a lot of companies, but at startups in particular or smaller companies, it's very easy to communicate and do work when there's maybe 10 of you around and you all talk on a regular basis. And I think that that's kind of how they were used to doing things. And overnight, it felt like they were 80 people, and now it's very difficult to function in that way. So we have been looking for ways to make things more efficient, right? So people have to go to fewer places to do their jobs, fewer systems, and also more powerful. So the systems that they've been using in the past have usually been limited in terms of features, or maybe they weren't using it as in depth as they could be used. And the company as a whole is really entrenched in Salesforce. So Certinia was a potential option for project management because it's built on Salesforce. And when I came on board, it was my job to kind of look at it and see if it would work in terms of what we were trying to do. And for a lot of different reasons, it's a good option for us because previously we were doing project management and time billing management in two separate systems that were also separate from Salesforce. None of them talk to each other. Certinia solves all of those problems. It's on Salesforce, so it's one login. It does time and projects. So we're really just using one system to do everything that we need. And of course, we're trying to get going quickly. So OpMentors was a great opportunity for us to work with you guys because you have your accelerated implementation kind of program. And we really want to get going as soon as possible. There's a lot of opportunity and everybody's really excited to take advantage of it. So OpMentors was just the best way for us to get there.
That's perfect. We are so excited to get started with you guys, and the Accelerate package is just taking off. People are relating to this kind of condensed project timeline where we go over the core functionality and then go live with the program, and then kind of start at a particular level of maturity with that core function, and then go through those optimization projects and, roadmap priorities, kind of like you talked about with some of the different organizations you've been at. So even from that perspective, where do you think priorities might drive with the program? Do you think that we're going to end up automating a lot of workflows? Do you see more system notifications being needed in just the business process? Any other system integrations like AI even? What's exciting for you in your role at Gallery? What are you excited to do?
So there are a lot of manual processes across all of the different departments at Gallery Systems right now. So automation is a big priority for us, just giving people the bandwidth back to do what humans are good at doing and machines are not good at doing, and have those repetitive tasks done by an automation or AI or whatever it is that will help us have smoother workflows and faster workflows. So automation is definitely a big deal for us. And then the other kind of big priority for us is communication. So one of the nice things about Certinia in particular that I really loved was the transparency of the information about different projects, about analytics, about billing and all that kind of stuff to all levels of the organization. And having that level of transparency is great because it means that we can have passive communication as opposed to someone having to stop and say, well, this is the status of this and this is the status of that. And so when you have more transparency and when you have more automation, it gives people back a lot of agency to take initiative, to try new things, to have new ideas. And I think everybody is really excited to find new ways to do things more creatively in with the AI features and with the automations that Salesforce provides us. We've also recently signed on with Slack, which is also in the ecosystem, also gives a lot of different opportunities for workflows and automations. And so we're really excited about that.
Well, that's so great. So we're doing a full digital transformation here, right? We're not
Yeah.
reinventing the wheel, but pulling forward all of the business processes into single source of truth. And I just love to hear, Slack is new for the organization and everyone's excited about the change.
Usually when you're doing a significant system or process change, it's the best time to add in all of the, incidental changes that connect with that because it becomes its own ecosystem. And human beings are usually not comfortable with change. So it kind of registers as one change instead of consistent change over time. So we've just decided we're all in and we're going to try to do our best to optimize and have good processes and set things up in the best possible way from now and then iterate on that. And that's something that I liked about the OpMentors kind of program because it allows us to have that MVP, right? If we were an R&D team, we have our minimum viable, setup, and then we can iterate on that, add on that, but we are already starting the process of change. So that's really what we're looking for across all of our operational systems.
That's so perfect. Yeah, we're so happy to have you as a brand new customer and welcoming you to the family. And yeah, for today's testimonial, we're so happy to get started with you.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I can't wait.